The bus just got back from blast and it looks a lot better than I even thought. And this bus is going to come together like nobody's business.
Dave Kindig, the creative force behind Kindig-It Design, isn't just a car builder. He's a visionary who turned his shop into one of the biggest names in custom automotive design. With a dream team by his side, Dave has built rides that redefine perfection. But not every masterpiece has been shown to the world. Locked away in his private collection are rare gems that even his biggest fans never knew existed. What's been hiding behind those garage doors? Join us as we uncover it. The mastermind behind the magic. They say the cars we drive say a lot about us, but when it comes to Dave Kindig, that saying takes on a whole new meaning. To understand his incredible car collection, you first need to understand the man himself. Dave's love for anything on four wheels started way back in childhood. While most kids were running around with action figures, Dave was hooked on Hot Wheels, trucks, and anything that rolled. His parents noticed his passion early. As he grew older, that passion only got stronger. In college, Dave became obsessed with redesigning cars, reshaping, sketching, and imagining what they could be instead of what they already were. But classrooms couldn't hold his vision. So, at the age of 29, Dave dropped out and went all in on his dream. In 1999, he founded Kindig-It Design in Salt Lake City, Utah. And from that moment, the game changed. Customers could bring in their cars, leave them in his shop, and when they came back, they wouldn't recognize them. Dave and his team had turned them into rolling works of art. And Dave didn't stop at cars. He even designed his own Smart Smooth door handles, a custom piece so popular it's now sold online and in stores worldwide. His company also creates accessories, all built with the same perfection and attention to detail that put him on the map. What makes Dave different? He's not just a man behind machines, he's an artist with a pencil. Before doing anything in the shop, his ideas come to life on paper first. That old-school craftsmanship is part of what makes his designs stand out. It wasn't even Dave's idea to be on TV. Producers saw his incredible work and pitched the idea. In 2014, the show Bitchin' Rides hit the screen. Since then, it's become a hit with car lovers everywhere, now running multiple seasons strong with more on the way. But Dave is more than just a master of metal. He's a savvy businessman too. From stylish clothing to must-have car components, his merch line cashes in like a pro. And when he's not bending steel, you'll find him at car expos, revving up crowds and inspiring gearheads from all over. His base camp? A massive warehouse in Salt Lake City. This is the heart of Kindig-It Design, the place where sketches turn into reality. With a net worth of around $3 million and an annual income over $500,000, Dave has built a life many dream of. His company even charges up to $200,000 per custom build, and people gladly pay it. Dave isn't just content designing cars for clients. He's also built a collection of his own. Some of the rides in his garage are absolutely priceless. Each one tells a story, not just about the car, but about the man who made it what it is. Let's take a closer look at some of Dave Kindig's best and rarest cars. The first one on our list is Kindig's CF1 Corvette. When it comes to dream cars, few builders in the world can bring imagination to life quite like Dave Kindig. Among the crown jewels of his private collection lies a creation so breathtaking, the legendary Kindig CF1 Corvette. This isn't just a car, it's a work of art on wheels. Inspired by the legendary 1953 Chevrolet Corvette, the CF1 is Kindig's modern twist on an icon. It blends the timeless beauty of the original Corvette with today's cutting-edge engineering, creating a machine that's both classic and futuristic at the same time. At its core, the CF1 is built on a custom Roadster shop-spec 7 chassis. It was designed specifically for this car, giving it the strength and stability to handle massive power. And when it comes to performance, this Corvette doesn't disappoint. With the addition of aluminum control arms and Fox coilovers, the CF1 delivers a ride that's not just smooth, but razor sharp, built to grip the road with absolute confidence. What makes it even more extraordinary is that every CF1 is completely unique. No two will ever be alike. Each car is a reflection of Dave Kindig's vision, his relentless passion for design, and his obsession with even the smallest details. This goes far beyond building cars. This is nothing less than automotive art in motion. The CF1 is equipped with modern independent suspension at both the front and rear, using parts from a C7 Corvette. And while the CF1 tips its hat to the past with its vintage-inspired body, it also delivers a bold, modern look that stands out anywhere. It's more than a tribute to the 1953 Corvette. It's a reinvention, a celebration of style and performance, crafted for today's world. The Kindig CF1 Corvette proves that a car doesn't just have to move you down the road, it can move you emotionally too. A timeless design reimagined for a new generation with zero compromises. The next on our list is the Hellacious 67 Dodge Coronet. Hellacious 67 Dodge Coronet isn't just a car, it's a statement. A bold fusion of raw muscle, modern engineering, and flawless craftsmanship. Based on the legendary 1967 Dodge Coronet, this build pushes the boundaries of what a custom car can be. At the heart of this beast is a Hellcat engine with a mind-blowing horsepower, spine-tingling speed, and the kind of performance that can make even seasoned muscle car fans stop in their tracks. It's the perfect marriage of vintage style and modern power. But the magic doesn't stop under the hood. The Coronet's body has been completely transformed with detailed custom work. The roofline has been subtly chopped by 1.5 inches for a sleeker profile. Custom bumpers, a handcrafted grille, and smoothed-out panels give the car a clean, aggressive look that feels both timeless and futuristic. This car rolls on massive billet specialties wheels, 20 inches in the front, and a stunning 24 inches in the back, wrapped in wide Pirelli tires. Together, they give the Coronet a powerful presence. The finishing touches make it shine even brighter. Modern LED lighting, including sleek sequential turn signals, bring cutting-edge tech into the mix, perfectly complementing its muscular design. This machine was built to impress. The Hellacious 67 Dodge Coronet isn't just a driver's dream, it's a show car crafted to steal the spotlight at major automotive events. In fact, it turned heads at the 2019 SEMA show, one of the biggest stages in the car world, proving that Kindig-It Design doesn't just build cars, they create legends. Up next is Plum Wicked. Plum Wicked is a 1947 Cadillac convertible that has been completely reborn by the team at Kindig-It Design. The name comes from its deep purple paint, a special color mixed by Dave Kindig's crew. The shade is bold, rich, and unforgettable, perfect for a car that looks both classy and powerful. But this Cadillac isn't just about looks. Under its shiny body hides nearly 1,000 wheel horsepower. A car that once cruised small-town streets for fun is now a beast, built to impress with both beauty and muscle. Some even joke it's like driving Miss Daisy on steroids, an elegant classic that suddenly became wild. The project began with the bare shell of a '47 Cadillac, but Dave and his team didn't simply restore it. They reimagined it. The car now sits on a custom Art Morrison chassis for strength and precision. The rear fenders were widened, the body lines sharpened, and the floors completely rebuilt by hand. Every change kept the spirit of the Cadillac alive, but made it sharper and more commanding. The paint is a one-of-a-kind purple shade that glows differently depending on the light. The bodywork is flawless, with straight lines, smooth curves, and chrome that shines like liquid silver. Even the Cadillac emblems were shaved off for a cleaner look, and Dave added his famous flush-fit door handles. Although the wheels are massive, the team kept the original Cadillac skirts, blending old-school charm with modern power. The real heart of Plum Wicked is its Lingenfelter LS7 engine, dressed in a custom mean green finish and paired with a high-performance intake. Inside, JS Custom Interiors created a stunning cabin with fine linen leather and beige velour carpets. The dash still looks like a classic Cadillac, but hides modern touches like vintage air controls, custom digital gauges, and hand-painted wood grain details. Plum Wicked is proof of what happens when passion and creativity come together. It shows how an old luxury car can be transformed into something completely new while keeping its timeless soul. For Dave Kindig, this car reflects his vision, skill, and imagination, turning a 1947 Cadillac into a modern legend. Following that is the 12 Air. The 12 Air isn't just another custom build. This was a 4.5-year journey of craftsmanship, vision, and perfection, commissioned by owner Dave Maxwell with one goal in mind: to win the Riddler Award at the Detroit Autorama, the ultimate prize in custom car building. And after 25 years of chasing it, Dave Kindig finally claimed the trophy. The 12 Air is a reimagined 1953 Corvette, but not like anything Chevrolet ever put on the road. It wears a completely hand-formed aluminum body, shaped from flat sheets of metal into a stunning fastback coupe. Its sleek roofline flows seamlessly into rocket-inspired taillights, giving it a futuristic yet classic feel. Under that handcrafted skin lies its true heartbeat, a 9.2-liter V12 engine, custom-built by Race Cast Engineering. This is a symphony of 12 cylinders, roaring with the kind of authority few cars can ever match. Every inch of this machine shows Kindig's obsession with detail. From the F1-inspired suspension to the one-off wheels, from the unique grille to laser-marked hardware, the car is filled with touches you won't find anywhere else. It's the kind of craftsmanship that makes people stare in disbelief, wondering how it's even possible. The significance goes far beyond its looks. The 12 Air represents a daring blend of old and new, a tribute to the earliest Corvette concepts, combined with European-inspired elegance and modern-day engineering brilliance. It's a car that doesn't just celebrate Corvette heritage, it redefines it. And when it debuted at the 2024 Detroit Autorama, the judges and the crowd knew they were witnessing something historic. Dave Kindig's 12 Air didn't just enter the competition, it dominated it, bringing home the Riddler Award and securing its place as one of the most important builds of his career. The next on our list is blue suede shoes. Nothing screams rock and roll louder than the blue suede shoes, and the name itself carries a story. The car was built in memory of the customer's father, a man who loved classic rock. And what better tribute than to name it after the iconic Elvis Presley hit that shook the world. At its heart, blue suede shoes is a 1959 Buick Invicta hardtop, but in the hands of Dave Kindig and his team at Kindig-It Design, it became something far beyond its original form. The build was massive. It took 16 to 18 months of non-stop work. Over 13,000 hours of sweat, skill, and creativity went into this one project, and the final price tag was a shocking $715,000. But when you see the finished result, you'll understand why. This car rides on a custom Art Morrison chassis equipped with coilover shocks, tubular independent front suspension, and a 4-link rear suspension. In simple terms, it's engineered for perfection, smooth, stable, and powerful. And when you add in the modern LSA 6.2-liter supercharged engine and Willwood brakes, you get a classic beauty with the soul of a modern performance machine. But the magic of blue suede shoes isn't just its engineering, It's the details. The interior is a work of art, blue suede and leather, stitched with hand-cut lacing and detailed with tooled patterns that look like an Italian designer's shoe. It's classy, stylish, and completely unforgettable. The Buick's body was reshaped with custom touches everywhere you look. The grille was completely redesigned, the body lines smoothed and perfected. And the wheels, well, those are something special. They were custom designed to mimic the look of classic white wall tires, giving the car an old-school vibe with a modern twist. The owner, Ron, didn't build this car just to look at it. He built it to enjoy it. This is actually Ron's second build with Kindig-It, and he takes blue suede shoes everywhere. Last time anyone checked, he had already put over 6,000 miles on the odometer. And not just short trips, this Buick has been on long-distance tours, proving it's as reliable on the road as it is breathtaking at a car show. Blue Suede Shoes has picked up award after award, Best in Show titles, national recognition, and even finalist spots for Custom Car of the Year. Wherever it goes, it leaves people speechless. But beyond the trophies, beyond the hours of labor, and the massive price tag, this car represents something deeper. It's a mix of personal tribute, rock and roll attitude, and pure craftsmanship. Up next is the 1964 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. When you think of cars that are big, bold, and unforgettable, few can compete with a Cadillac. And this one proves it, the 1964 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, known as Zero Regrets. This beauty stretches more than 18 feet long, making it one of the most powerful-looking rides on the road. But it's not only the size that grabs attention. This Cadillac was completely redesigned and reborn by Dave Kindig and his talented team at Kindig-It Design, and the finished result is truly stunning. The build took 12 months of non-stop craftsmanship, and it was finally completed in 2011. But this wasn't just another project for Dave. This car had to be special. It was built for someone very special. Olympic speed skater Apollo Ono. The 8-time Olympic medalist who's known for his speed, his determination, and his fearless attitude. Just like its name, this Cadillac truly has zero regrets. The frame was cleaned up and strengthened, giving the big cruiser both toughness and style. The old engine was taken out and replaced with a fuel-injected ramjet 502 big block connected to a 4L80 transmission. In plain terms, that means the car is powerful, dependable, and built to perform, whether it's shining at a car show or cruising down the road. To handle all that strength, the team added Willwood 6-piston, 16-inch disc brakes, making sure this long and heavy Cadillac could stop just as impressively as it could take off. But the magic doesn't stop there. The bodywork was reimagined for a clean, modern look. Every curve and line was smoothed to perfection, giving the car a sleek, almost futuristic presence. On top of that, Dave's team added a custom hood and set the whole thing on 22-inch billet wheels, designed to look like classic white walls, blending old-school Cadillac elegance with modern swagger. The interior was built with Apollo's Olympic journey in mind. The dashboard is a tribute to his career, featuring 5 interlocking openings, just like the Olympic rings. Inside those rings sit Dakota digital gauges, framed by a custom aluminum bezel plated in chrome. The rest of the cabin is just as impressive. A matte finish interior, high-end sound system, and fine custom touches everywhere you look. It's luxury, it's performance, and it's personal, crafted to match Apollo's unique journey from the ice rink to the open road. When this masterpiece was unveiled at the SEMA show in 2011, it didn't just sit quietly in the background, it stole the spotlight. Fans, builders, and car lovers everywhere couldn't take their eyes off it. Next is the 1972 De Tomaso Pantera. The 1972 De Tomaso Pantera has long been a legend, famous for blending sleek Italian style with raw American muscle. But this particular Pantera was taken even further, rebuilt from scratch to fit a tall owner and re-engineered to perform on an entirely new level. The first step was radical. The team scrapped the original unibody and built a custom roadster shop chassis. The Pantera's body was then stretched 4 inches and widened, with every panel reshaped to match the proportions of the client. Even the roof was raised by 4 inches, giving the driver the space and comfort he needed without losing the car's exotic style. Underneath that sleek body sits a mid-mounted 5.0-liter Coyote 5.8, naturally aspirated with Borla 8-stack injection, roaring out a massive 625 horsepower. That power flows through a 6-speed manual transaxle borrowed from a 2005 Ford GT, putting all the performance right in the driver's hands. To keep all that muscle under control, the Pantera rides on inboard cantilever coilovers and grips the road with 6-piston brakes up front and 4-piston brakes in the rear. Stopping power matches the go power, exactly how a supercar should be. Finished in a bold Mercedes neon green paint with a clean black custom interior, the Pantera strikes a balance between aggressive and refined. Hidden blinkers and driving lights add to the smooth design, while 21-inch custom wheels give it an unmistakable stance. This build wasn't just about performance, it was about personalization. A one-off supercar tailored perfectly for its owner's frame and style. And the world got to see the full process when it was featured on Bitchin' Rides, showcasing just how far Kindig-It Design can push the limits of creativity and engineering. The result? A Pantera that's no longer just a sports car from the 70s, it's a modern-day beast, built to fit like a glove, roar like a lion. Up next, we have the 2009 Hummer H2S concept. With its wide stance, aggressive styling, and larger-than-life attitude, the 2009 Hummer H2S concept doesn't just roll down the street, it owns it. Packed with a GM LSA crate engine and matched to a 6L90E transmission, this machine was built for raw power. The moment the H2S rolls into view, it doesn't just arrive, it takes over the scene. Its aggressive stance, bold design, and larger-than-life presence make it impossible to ignore. Wherever it goes, all eyes follow. It made its debut during the 5th season of Bitchin' Rides, and at first, even the team thought the H2S didn't have much room for modification. It was already big, bold, and brash. But Dave Kindig saw potential where others didn't, and what followed was nothing short of genius. Dave's vision was simple, yet daring. Reimagine the Hummer as if General Motors had never stopped building it. The first bold step was swapping out the original powertrain for that LSA crate engine. From there, the upgrades kept coming. Inside, the audio experience was elevated with a kicker L7 sound system, complete with IQI subs that made the cabin thump with power. Comfort and luxury weren't overlooked either. The interior was treated to 2-tone leather seats, sleek flush door handles, and a refined design that made the massive SUV feel high-end and modern. On the outside, the finishing touch came with distinctive EVOD wheels, perfectly complementing the Hummer's bold bodywork. The result was a vehicle that looked like a fresh factory release, except with far more muscle and attitude. The H2S made its grand appearance at SEMA 2018, turning heads with its commanding presence. And Dave made one thing clear: this build wasn't for sale at any price. The next one on our list is the GM Futureliner. Originally designed in the 1940s by Harley Earl for General Motors, the Futureliners were giants of the road. Measuring a staggering 39 feet long and over 11 feet tall, these vehicles weren't just transport, they were mobile stages, created to showcase new technology during GM's Parade of Progress. Their futuristic design, towering size, and bold presence captured imaginations everywhere they traveled. When one of these rare icons arrived at Kindig-It Design, Dave and his team faced one of their most ambitious restoration projects ever. From 2013 to 2014, over 22 months of work and more than 37,000 hours went into bringing the Futureliner back to its former glory. Nothing was overlooked. Every curve, every line, every letter painted on the body was meticulously replicated. The aluminum panels were remade to original specifications, while the lettering and logos were restored to their pristine factory look. Even the motors that raised and lowered the massive doors were rebuilt, staying true to the original design. For authenticity, the team fitted Coker Reproduction Parade of Progress wide white wall tires onto the original rims and hubcaps, perfectly blending history with craftsmanship. To ensure safety, the brakes were upgraded to air-over hydraulic systems, making this giant safer and more reliable for modern roads. Underneath, the Futureliner still rides on its original chassis and axles, carefully restored. And powering this behemoth is its number-matching engine, keeping the restoration faithful to its roots. By the time the Kindig crew was finished, the Futureliner wasn't just restored, it was reborn. Finally, we have the 1934 Dodge Brothers sedan. The 1934 Dodge Brothers sedan is a piece of history that was given new life on reality TV. After being in the hands of one family for over 60 years, this Dodge went from being a well-loved relic to becoming one of the most eye-catching transformations ever done by Dave Kindig and his team. The overhaul was nothing short of breathtaking. The front was reimagined with a sleek one-piece hood and redesigned headlights, giving the old Dodge a modern but classy face. A smoothly integrated canvas top replaced the old one, while the back was treated to unique greening taillights that set it apart from anything else on the road. The inside is pure luxury. The team fitted a custom steering wheel and dressed the cabin in glacier leather upholstery, which gave the car a rich, elegant feel while still keeping its vintage charm alive. But the real surprise hides under the hood. While the outside whispers classic beauty, the inside roars with modern power. Dave swapped in a 5.7-liter Hemi engine from 2009, complete with fiery red ram valve covers and a Mopar performance intake manifold. This wasn't just about looks. The Dodge was built to move fast and strong. The power flows through either a 545 or 5-speed automatic transmission, ensuring a smooth yet thrilling ride. And it doesn't stop there. The car rides on a custom-built Art Morrison frame with a triangulated 4-link rear setup and a 9-inch rear end for stability and performance. To finish it off, the sedan was fitted with bespoke artillery wheels crafted by IOD, 17 inches in the front, 18 inches in the rear balancing style with function for a stable, comfortable ride. This 1934 Dodge Brothers sedan is a perfect showcase of Kindig-It Design's talent. Dave and his team managed to upgrade and modernize it while still respecting its history. Unlike most hot rods, this one kept its 4-door elegance, giving it a classy, timeless look. Dave Kindig has built many unforgettable masterpieces, but which one stood out the most to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below.